So there's two axes of the clip slot grid. We have tracks, members in our band, and we have scenes, which are like combinations of clips that we can hear all together at the same time. The session view, which we access just by hitting tab. There's the first key command I'm going to teach you out of probably a handful. The session view is your sketch pad. And the session view is where we, like if we're a painter, this is our palette where we mix colors. So we might, be making happy trees, and we don't just reach out into a 5-gallon bucket of paint from Home Depot and put it right on the canvas. We have our palette and we think, okay, a little green, a little brown, maybe it's autumn, and we mix the colors until we see the shade of, the colors that we like. And then once we have the perfect little blend, then we strategically put it on the canvas, right? The session view is the kind of the paradigm that separates Ableton Live from other softwares, because it allows us to experiment and explore and just play. Real music comes from a place of playing, and in computer-based music, that is largely lost. Because just like Bear was saying, when you're always working on a timeline, you're never actually playing. You're composing. You are strategizing what people are going to hear at minute 3. Whereas the session view allows us to pick and choose and experiment and mix colors and just play with the guardrails up like there's no way to hurt yourself over here, You can just mix and combine weird ideas, and when you come up with cool combinations of things, then you are free to then start to drag and drop them or record them right onto the timeline. So when I hit tab to go between these two views, the whole interface, which in this view, the session view, is vertical, where we have channels on our mixer, which become like members in our band. Maybe I have a drummer and a bass player and a keyboard player and an alien, doing weird shit. That's my tracks, right? When I hit tab, all those tracks just rotate 90 degrees. Okay? So all the same tracks are here now, but they are now controlled by the clips that are arranged, compositionally speaking, in time. The session view tracks are the x-axis of this grid. This grid is your playground while you are experimenting. It's called the clip slot grid because on it live clips. Clips are our musical building blocks. Like in this case, I have a clip that's like a drum beat. It has MIDI notes in it. I can see those notes. And then the clip itself has a play button. It's like if you're DJing, you have a couple of turntables, you can play and stop the different turntables. The clip play button or the clip stop button, which are the squares, allow us to play and stop different ideas. Okay? So we can develop all these tracks that are like members in our band with clips on them that are like songs or singular sounds or drum beats or bass lines or chord progressions or sound effects that we can experiment by combining by hitting play and stop on them. It's an interactive sound playground. The clip slot grid is where we're going to spend a decent amount of our time in the beginning of the class. And once we get to like week 3 or 4, we're going to want to start arranging those favorite moments onto the timeline. So then when we come in on week 6 to play our beat, we're actually going to be playing something off of this side. But it's not something you started on this side. This is how self-taught producers work. They open up Ableton, go straight to the arrangement view, open up their browser, find cool loops that someone else made, drag them in and hit play, and they're never actually sculpting and exploring and working in a real-time musician-y environment. Or maybe kid in a sandbox kind of environment. The session view is where we want to explore and combine new ideas. The clip slot grid is kind of the sequencing and arranging element. And the x-axis here are our tracks, like our members in our band. The y-axis of the grid is controlled by this part of the screen over here. This is called the scene launcher. Scenes are left to right orientations of clips that we can hit play on and then hear all the clips that are organized left to right together. It's kind of like a conductor track. Like in this context, I might have a scene called like beat. And when I launch that by hitting the triangle, all those clips on that first scene are all going to launch together. Cool? So there's two axes of the clip slot grid. We have tracks, members in our band, and we have scenes, which are like combinations of clips that we can hear all together at the same time. Now, to look a little deeper into the tracks element, there are two different kinds of tracks in Ableton. And you're noticing this if you opened up Ableton brand new. You see MIDI clips, MIDI tracks, and the MIDI tracks hold notes. This is like a hi-hat pattern or a bass line or something. And then audio tracks hold waveforms. Like this is a recording of a bass sound or something. Okay? It's really easy to make something with MIDI, punch in your notes, and then convert it to audio. Then you can reverse it and stretch it and do all sorts of creative things to the audio file. You can even go the other way around, where you have some cool audio and you can turn it into MIDI. Maybe by chopping it up and putting it in a sampler, and now it's on a keyboard and you can mangle it. So MIDI instruments are generally controlled with MIDI clips or a live keyboard or maybe an Ableton push that you can play with. And audio tracks have audio clips. They're either recordings that you made yourself of your grandpa chanting, or yourself playing an instrument, or maybe you're recording your refrigerator or whatever. I love doing that kind of shit. Or they're audio recordings that you imported from the browser. The browser is this thing on the upper left, and you can open and close it by hitting this button up here. And this is your toolkit. The browser is broken down into a variety of different categories you will see under the word library. Most of the time in the beginning of this course, we are going to be on drums and instruments. Okay? Drums are all drum racks, like drum machines. So you want like a kick and a snare and a hi-hat, or maybe a bunch of bongos or shaker sounds. You're going to get those all in the drums category. And then instruments are going to be like chromatic instruments, meaning things you can play melodically or with chords and stuff. Like play different pitches on your keyboard, right? If you don't have a MIDI keyboard on that note yet, you probably want to get one. I would recommend an Akai MPK Mini. You can get one of those for about $90. So drums and instruments in the browser are where we're going to get our tools, and we're going to double click on them or even open up the preset disclosure triangle, and then we can see all the cool presets that come with that particular instrument. So that's really how we're going to work. Now, you'll notice up on the top of the browser, if you click on drums or any of these categories, you will get filters up here, which is really cool. Like maybe I just want a quick beatbox loop, or a drum pattern, or a drum kit, or just some kick drums. You can click here and it's going to filter out that view to only show you the things you're looking for. Pretty sweet, huh? So that's the browser. That's our toolbox. We have the session view and we have the arrangement view. Have you guys seen the Ableton logo before? Usually it's on my body somewhere. It's like vertical lines and horizontal lines. Did you know that that is the session view and the arrangement view? That's pretty cool. German people love cool designs.
If you want more high quality music education in your life, head to slamacademy.com to set up a free account. You'll get immediate access to a free course, community pages, and free downloadable resources, plus an insider view into the Slam Academy membership and all of our live instruction course offerings. Get started at slamacademy.com. Now let's get back into it.
So yeah, we have this sketch pad that we can play around with, and we can either import clips from the browser or we can record clips or program them with our pencil tool, like in the case of MIDI. We have MIDI and audio tracks. Those are the two different kinds of tracks. And then we have the scene launcher that allows us to start to be like a composer or conductor of our band, where we can have different combinations of clips that we know we like. When we hear them and we're like, they are really cool, we can start to either record or drag and drop them onto the timeline. So that just paraphrases the most important parts of the whole program. You've pretty much already seen the entire software interface at this point. It's very streamlined in the way it's designed. It's extremely powerful, but there's not like millions of windows to sift through. It's all right there. You're moving clips around and then hitting play. Spacebar will always play or stop anytime. And you can also remember launch or stop clips up on the session view if you want to start jamming or sessioning, if you will, like a session musician. So tab toggles the top half of the screen, session or arrangement, Shift tab toggles the bottom half of the screen. So you have two views, and then you have two lower halves. Clip or devices on the track, session or arrangement. Cool. The browser's where you get your stuff. You drag it onto the clip slot grid. You start making clips. When you have cool combinations, you put them onto scenes. Once you have a few scenes that you like, you start laying it out in the arrangement view. And then once there's a rough arrangement, then you spend 99% of your time working on a song, editing and refining the arrangement. The 4 steps of making a song with Ableton. Step 1, create some clips on the clip slot grid. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to make some beats by creating some clips up there. Step 2, organize those clips on the grid, meaning put a few onto some scenes. So you can have maybe like breakdown, build up, drop. I mean, that would be cool. So that's step 2, organizing your clips on the grid. Step 3, record those ideas to the arrangement view. Anytime you're launching scenes or launching clips, you can hit this big circle button on top, and this is record to the arrangement. So you got a few clips that sound cool, time to arrange my song, Mom. You hit that circle button right there and you start launching clips. And it's going to record everything you do to the timeline. That's step 3. And step 4, which again, as a warning, is the majority of the time you're making a song in Ableton, is editing and mixing your song. If this process doesn't feel comfortable to you, you especially have to do it this way. And because my job is to push you out of your comfort zone. Okay? Because you might be like, I just like working on the arrangement view. Like, I've heard that so many times. And you know what? Those people are stuck. Because you can learn this way, the right way, and have a holistic mastery of what Ableton can do. And then you can decide to spend your entire life on the arrangement view and you will have my blessings. But not if you don't get the most out of this course and out of this software. And if you follow my steps, you will. Okay? There are a lot of things that Ableton can do that only happen on the session view. And more importantly, music is meant to be played. And on the arrangement view, you're not playing anything. You're just composing. Let's compose stuff that we made through playing first. Let's get in that playground and just smush our fingers through the clay and see what kind of weird shapes we can create. That's a part of the musical brain we want to make sure we're unlocking, even though we are actually staring at a machine that is largely used for processing spreadsheets.
Thanks for watching. Slam Academy is proud to provide industry-leading expert education to help you reach your musical goals. We provide an engaging and high-quality experience that is custom designed to help you get to the next level, with resources for every stage of the music production process. Head to slamacademy.com to claim your free sample course today.